remember just being so upset, just looking at him dead, like right in front of me. It's me, Saskia. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Now, I understand that I look like pure trash outside of a trash can at the moment, but I'm in my pajamas and I don't care. I've had a long 2 days back at school after winter break, and no one can tell me what I can and can't look like. So if you think I'm ugly, feel free to leave. Anyway, so I have a lot of messed up dreams in my life. My dreams are so bad that they lead on to trauma during the day. I write them down. I don't know about you, but I like to keep track of my dreams because I always feel like I have the same dreams over and over and over again. So it's kind of a bit confusing. Anyway, so I'm going to start with a dream that happened about last year. So yeah, let's get started. I'm going to change names for obvious reasons, for privacy reasons. So this was the 31st dream I ever had when I first bought this book. So we had to save someone. And this short blonde guy, tall blonde girl, and some other people, we had to save my friend to get into we had to save my friend. To get into this dimension she was in, we had to die. I wouldn't do it, so I put my headphones on and turned around, and before I know it, the blonde hair guy, one of my other friends, put a knife to his throat. Two other of my friends and someone else, I can't remember who, most likely one of my other friends, cut their throats to show that it wasn't all bad. Then my other friend put a knife in his organ and started heavily breathing. Then I turned around and put my headphones on and watched YouTube. When I turned around, they were all dead, and they could come back though eventually. I got the courage to cut my own throat and stab my organ, but instead stabbed my leg. But instead I stabbed my leg. And I put the knife in my organ and pushed, and then I was dead. In the dimension, we found my friend and defeated the beast. Another section was that we were all ghost hunters and we had to solve a murder case, but I never got to finish that dream. That was a very messed up dream. I remember waking up very confused about what it was, and I did not. Yeah, it was very confusing. It was, yeah. Here's another dream that I had, was a massive nightmare. It was awful. I was in a house that kind of looked similar to my friend's house, mixed with my other friend's house. So in the dream, one of my friend's house looked like her house, but mixed with my other friend's house. So it was their houses combined. And there was a girl who I didn't know who got possessed. She was very tanned, dark brown / black hair. I watched her eyes go completely black, and I got out my cross necklace, and before the dream ended, it said, "I will be back." And then I said, "Will I get hurt?" And it said yes, and then I woke up. I remember that. So I had a dream. Someone I didn't know was possessed, and I tried everything in my dream that I could do to try and help this girl, and eventually I watched her eyes go completely dark black because she got completely possessed. And then I spoke to the demon in my dream, that it was like a lucid dream that got her and it said it would hurt me, and that just freaked me out. Because obviously, you know, I've had a lot of paranormal experiences in my life. So from that, it was kind of like, okay, I remember this. Okay, so my best friend and I started to live in this estate type thing, and my best friend started summoning Satan all the time, and it was like, and he was angry with her and started blackmailing her constantly. I don't know if this is a warning, etc. Long story short, my best friend and I in my dream lived in an estate, and she kept summoning Satan for some reason in my dream. And he was angry, and he kept blackmailing her to do things that she didn't want to do. And from my estate window, I watched this happen. And it was just, I was watching it happen, and I was so confused. It was, I don't even know. I was auditioning at theatre for a musical. I don't know whether it was a Little Princess all over again or Victor Victoria. Anyways, one of my friends at theatre was auditioning too, and these things appeared outside, and if they see you outside, they'll kill you. Most of a Little Princess and my theatre friends were there too. Anyways, in the end, I ran outside to Dad's car and we left. It was honestly scary and it felt real. I was honestly scared. Basically, in this dream, I was at theatre auditioning for different types for a musical, and we got told that there are these creatures outside, and if they see you, they will kill you. And everyone was stuck inside the theatre was on lockdown, and Dad pulled up outside, and I had to run to Dad's car before I got killed. So, yeah, and in my dream, I saw people, I saw people get ripped apart. It was horrible. I can't seem to find this one, but I also had another dream one day where I was in this town, and there were all these things with these black eyes, and they were all ripping everyone apart one by one, and I was watching all these people just be ripped and people's faces melting. It was so disturbing. I couldn't even I was with some of my friends. This is another dream. I was with some of my friends, and we were hiding around in a house, and some people came in with shotguns and started hunting with all of us, like they knew who we were. Yeah, I remember this dream. So I was with some of my friends, and we were having like a sleepover in this house, and just people started coming in with shotguns hunting all of us, like they knew who we were. And it was kind of like, and like how they, and it's like they didn't want us around, and it was kind of like, what? This dream happened not last night, but the night before. I was with this guy, I can't remember his name. He had curtain hair and glasses. We were running away from this guy, and as him and I got through this portal thing, it was like he was sitting on a ledge, like a lamppost on its side, laughing and catching his breath. I was screaming at him to get out of the way, but it was almost like he didn't hear it. He got shot right in front of me. So my dream on that one was both me and this guy. I don't know who he is in real life, but we were both grown adults, and we were running away from this guy with who had black short hair with a gun, and we were running away from him on like this obstacle course thing. I can't even remember. My dreams don't make sense. And as we were running, eventually there was this long skinny pole, and leading into it was this portal. And I said to this guy, come on, there's a way out. So we climbed through. The guy, we could still see the guy coming after us with the gun. We got through, and we jumped down, and then there's like a lamp post, so it was kind of like a ledge, but it was on its side. The guy with the brown hair was sitting there catching his breath, laughing, joking around, and I could just hear myself screaming at him to get off, because I could see the guy on the other side like coming. Anyway, and then he was still sitting there, and it's like he couldn't hear me, and I was screaming and screaming at him to get off this ledge, and eventually the guy with the black hair shot him, and he died and fell right at my feet. And I could just see this dead guy who, in my dream, I loved very much as a friend. Like, he was a very close friend of mine in my dream, but I don't know who he is in real life. And I remember just being so upset, just looking at him dead, like right in front of me. And then I looked up and there was the shooter, and then I woke up. And my dreams are very, very, very detailed, very, very, very violent. If they're not, they're really just basic dreams. But my dreams are very violent, very scary. And I just thought I'd share some of my most scariest ones with you. Anyway, guys, if you want me to read more of my dreams, let me know down below, or my nightmares. I find it fun reading what my mind makes up. It's funny. Anyway, guys, love you so much. Stay happy, stay safe, and stay quiet. And let me know what your scariest dream is. Bye.